Hello, Robotech fans! Today we're going to continue our discussion talking about the Palladium Robotech books. We're up to Book 7, New World Order, which was released in 1995. It's really a source book for the African sector set between the original series and the Southern Cross. In New World Order, players are thrust into a chaotic world, still trying to rebuild after the destruction of the original series. The book discusses how the United World Government manages the sector. The government on paper controls the region. They are responsible for administrative duties like taxes, public services, and even defense. They are also responsible for funding for the Robotech Defense Forces and Southern Cross armies. But in practice, the world is still broken and corrupt after the destruction of the Robotech Wars. There are multiple parties, all competing for power and resources. So the players adventure into an exciting but dangerous world. So let's check out New World Order. I first want to talk about the artwork from the book. The cover is another great piece of art. I really like how the Veritechs are walking through the grass plains with their gun pods ready. Such great detail. Much of the internal art is also great. It does reuse a few of the pieces from prior books, but at least they're reusing some real bangers. Many of the original works are also fantastic. Many of them show Earth Mecha attacking other Earth Mecha, which conveys the action well. I love the mecha-on-mecha violence in these old-school drawings. Another thing that is different about this adventure is that there are many pictures of NPCs. Each faction leader has a detailed portrait, and some are really well done. It definitely helps portray the NPC's personality more than just text can do alone. The story of New World Order has a dense plot with political intrigue. You can think of this adventure as more of a political thriller and less of an 80s action movie. So this adventure is more about interacting with the NPCs than having all-out battles. In this adventure, the players need to uncover the plot for themselves. I don't think many people have had a chance to play through this book, so I'm not going to discuss the book's many secrets. I'm just going to talk about the overall settings, just in case you want to pick up this book for yourself. A good chunk of this book, I would say about 70%, is the source material for this sector. The other 30% is a campaign, which has 5 related adventures. I have always said that new mecha and equipment is always my favorite section, but unfortunately, the book's first few pages are devoted to this section. Sorry, no new PC mecha was introduced, and the new equipment is kind of underwhelming. You do get a few patrol boats, and the big bad of the adventure is a giant aircraft carrier-sized vehicle on tank treads. So maybe the new occupational character classes will be better. The first OCC is the Urban Specialist. The Urban Specialist can be used on roles like spies and bodyguards. The other new class is the Civilian. Much of the page count from the book is used to detail the setting, so there is a wealth of information. This format is very similar to some of the later Robotech source books, which document a large geographic area and provide some adventure ideas. These books document the different factions in the sector, each with their different agendas. For instance, in Lancer's Rockers, the group takes a long road trip across North America to find Lancer. Then, in Zentraedi Breakout, it takes place in South America. The source book details the different factions all work together to hold back the remnants of the Zentraedi forces. If you're interested in any of these reviews, links are in the description. The first faction is the United World Government, and the title isn't exactly accurate. They do control most of the world, but there are large gaps that they do not control, and in these gaps there's independent governments that control their local population. These independent governments have their own military forces. Most are conventional, with tanks and jets, but some even control a few scattered mecha. The sectors under the United World Government are further subdivided by sections controlled by a local governor. These governors control things like security and taxes, but they are known for widespread corruption. One group I liked outside the local government's control was staffed by local people. They were called the Last. The Last what? I don't know. The book doesn't say. This was a group of freedom fighters. They have ex-soldiers, mercenaries, and even bandits. They try to steal resources to distribute to the population. They have a mix of old Soviet mecha and even some RDF mecha. There are 3 main bases in the sector, and what I really liked is that one of the bases was staffed by Southern Cross forces. They are a newer branch, so their troops have limited combat experience. But the base does house mecha like the Logan Veritex, Spartan hover tanks, and even a prototype of the Ajax helicopter. I always liked when you can mix and match Southern Cross and Macross style mecha into an adventure. It gives the players a wide array of mecha to interact with. The other 2 bases are staffed by RDF personnel. They have thousands of infantry soldiers, Veritex, and all first-generation Destroids. The last third of the book is a campaign, and the campaign consists of 5 linked adventures around a massive conspiracy. The players are thrown into this dark, seedy world where they need to discover and uncover any hidden threats. The first adventure is seemingly straightforward. The group needs to stop a Zentraedi attack on a town near the ammunition supply depot. Should the players focus on defending the town with plenty of squishy civilians, or should the group focus on defending the valuable military supplies, which is their mission's goal? How the group handles and performs in this battle will have ramifications for the rest of the adventure. Maybe the players will perform well so they can gain the attention of the military and civilian leaders. The next adventure develops more of the intrigue. A large cargo ship with valuable chemicals was taken, and these chemicals are desperately needed by the Southern Cross armies. But the bridge crew was able to contact the RDF. So your group is assigned the mission to take back the vessel, and hopefully with the cargo intact. There are clues about the overall campaign throughout this adventure for the players to find. The last adventure I want to touch on is my favorite. The party is assigned as security when local leaders are meeting with the United World Government, and before the meeting could take place, a riot breaks out. The mob of rioters surround the building. How will the players handle this stressful situation? Will the players negotiate with the rioters to discover their goals? Or will they bring out their mecha to protect the officials, which might cause collateral damage? If you want an adventure with more political intrigue than combat, then this might be the adventure for you, but you will have to pick up the book secondhand, and it can be very pricey. Thanks everyone for watching the video all the way through. If you made it this far, please give me a like. It would definitely help out the channel. And if you didn't like the video, I still appreciate your time. Let me know what your favorite Robotech adventure is so I can make sure I cover it. Next up, I have Robotech Strike Force. And spoiler alert, it's pretty good. Make sure you're subscribed so you'll be notified when it's ready. And I'll see everybody on the next adventure.